Hi. If you're watching the video right now, then I know that your relationship is struggling. And I wanted to make this short video and give you maybe some insights on why your relationship could be struggling and how we might be able to fix it. I highly encourage you to stick around and watch the whole video. You're going to learn some things that can really help you. So, right now, you're struggling in your relationship and you could be the only one trying to fix it. And I get that. People are at different stages and they handle issues differently. And one of you might be the only one really trying to make things better, and the other one could be pushing you away. So, communication is one of the biggest reasons that relationships go bad, because either you have different communication styles or one or the other one can't talk about feelings. We can't talk about the problems, and one might be just wanting to talk about the problems all the time, and you might start fighting about every little thing. You fighting about your relationship, fighting about the kids, fighting about work, fighting about the things that you want them to do. And it creates so much friction because you guys don't know how to communicate, that you might even separate. You might need to take time off, or, we don't want things to get verbal and physically abusive. Um, the next really big thing that causes problems in relationships is cheating, outside dating, outside flirting. And I will discuss a few reasons why this could happen. And the whole thing is most of us don't know why our relationship has fallen apart. We don't know what went wrong, but we know something's wrong. Then there's lack of intimacy and lack of touching and sex. And again, things used to be good and juicy in the beginning, but now you might share the same bed, but you never touch, you never talk, or you might do sex once or twice a month, which is really unfulfilling. And again, that's something where you and your partner might have different time frames. One of you might be good with sex once every 2 months, and the other one might want sex every day. And so there's major lack of communication in that area, and it's really, really frustrating. So then, what's the other one? Yeah, basically, all right, so I want to talk to you about some of the reasons why this might be happening. So, we have 5 love languages, and I learned this from Dr. Gary Chapman. So, we have touch. Some people feel the need to be touched all the time, and it doesn't necessarily mean sexual touching, just any kind of touch. And so, if your love language is touch, and that's how you feel love, and the other one was raised with no touching, there's going to be a major disconnect right there. And then we have acts of service. Some of us feel loved if our partner gets us a cup of coffee, if they wash our car without asking, if they help us out, if they rub our shoulders, whatever. Some of us really want our partner to do little things for us, acts of service. And then we have words of affirmation. There's some of us that feel the need to be reassured that they're loved and how important they are and stuff like that. And I would say the majority, more men than women, have a hard time expressing emotions, expressing love, giving encouragement. And it depends also on how they were raised. So words of affirmation are really important. And then we have gifts. Some people, their love language is gifts, and so they want their partner, their spouse, to bring them home gifts. To when they're away, they want them to think of them and bring them a little trinket. And it doesn't have to be diamonds or anything like that, just little gifts. That is one of the love languages. And then I have to write these down so I get things straight. And then the last one is quality of time. And I know there's so many of us who just want to sit with our partner in the quiet, just them and us. Quality time, no TV, no kids. Let's just spend time together. And that's super important. So the thing about the love languages. If you have different love languages than your partner and you try and talk to them or give them love in your love language, which isn't theirs, they're never going to be fulfilled. If they try and give you love in their love language, but it's not yours, you're never going to feel like you're loved. And so in the beginning, when people start dating, you give love languages, all of them. You spend quality time with them because you want to be with them. You tell them how important they are. Words of affirmation. You give them gifts. You give them flowers. You give them whatever because you think about them all the time. And then you do little things for them because you want to. And you guys touch all the time. It's new. It's exciting. But after relationships go on for a little while, you're not in the courting mode anymore. You get more routine mode, and then you stop giving all the love languages. And then that's where a huge disconnect and a huge drop in the feeling the love goes, because at first they were meeting your needs, you were meeting their needs, because you were giving all love languages. But then once time goes by, you stop doing all those things, and so you don't really know why you're not feeling loved anymore. So another one, and I want to go kind of quickly because I respect your time, is the 6 human needs. So I did my training through Tony Robbins, and I absolutely love Tony Robbins, and hopefully you guys know who he is. But he trains on human needs psychology. So human needs are needs that we have to meet in good or bad ways. They're just kind of like bad attention's better than no attention. These human needs that we have to meet. So this could be a huge reason for unhappiness and infidelity. So the first human need is significance. So we have to feel like we're important to our partner. In the beginning, we all did. We all felt like we're important to our partner. But as time goes by, we might not feel like we're at the top of that list anymore. Once you start having kids, a lot of times the kids move up the list, and then the partner or the spouse moves down the list. And so it could be family and friends, and then your partner, and that really drops the feeling of being fulfilled. And so if you or your partner cannot feel like you're significant to the other one, you'll go find that somewhere else. Also, we have uncertainty or variety. You have to have variety in your relationship. In the beginning, everybody, you date, you do these different things, you try all these new things together, and there's variety. Everything's new. And once you're in a relationship for a while, sometimes even the sex is routine. The sex could be routine. Everything's done the same way. The kissing's the same way. Foreplay's the same way. If there is any, sex is the same way. You roll over and go to bed. There's no variety. There's no playfulness anymore. And that will make people seek variety out somewhere else. You have to have variety in your relationship. So those 2 things especially can make somebody stray. Not saying it's your fault or their fault, but not knowing how to make your partners feel significant, and them not knowing how to make you feel significant, and that variety is super important. Then there is certainty. We have to know that we're taken care of. We have to know that we're safe. We have to feel like our relationship is secure, and that we're going to have a roof over our head and food to eat. So certainty is where you'll find the control freaks. People who grew up in an uncertain environment, where they weren't sure when their parents were going to come home, they weren't sure where they're going to live, where they're going to go to school, if they're going to eat. Those kind of people tend to be control freaks, and it's not a conscious choice. They're just so desperately trying to keep control of everything in their surroundings that they could be pushing people away. There's some people that have to know where you are all the time. They have to know what you're doing. They have to know, they try and control everything. And not to their fault, they don't know why they do it. So that could cause huge problems in a relationship. Then you have love and connection. Obviously, love and connection is super important. You could get love and connection from pets, from family, from friends, and obviously from your intimate partner. So we have to make sure that we maintain that love and connection with our partner at very high levels so they don't go seeking that out. And it's okay to get that from other sources, but if it's the intimate part, obviously that's where problems start. And then the other two, I'm not really going to talk too much about because I go more into this in my program. But it's growth and contribution. We really, really have to grow. We have to grow in our relationship. What's not growing is dying. If a plant is not growing, then it's dying. So, same with our relationship. A lot of people take their foot off the pedal and stop trying to make their relationship better. And that's where things start to go downhill. And we don't want that to happen. Anyways, so I haven't introduced myself. My name's Robin Leslie, and I am a relationship coach and a strategic intervention coach. And so I have so many things that I want to share with you that's going to help the relationship. And I have a couple gifts down below this video that I want to give you. So there, I wrote a book. It's on Kindle, How to Find Your Soulmate, 23 Action Steps to Make Love Last. Now, if you have a partner, don't worry about the title. The 23 action steps are super important about going through, some of these love languages and the 6 human needs. And actually you check in and see where you are with your current relationship, or if you're out of a relationship, maybe where it went south. It's the action steps are actually homework, and you really need to do the homework to see where you're at. And then I also have the three important reasons why your relationship is struggling. So those are 2 free downloads. But what I wanted to offer you, because people are so complicated, because relationships, when you join 2 people together, it makes it so complicated. I really want to offer you some programs that I have coming out. Actually, I have enrollment right now. I'm going to close enrollment midnight October 31st, so on Halloween. So, in that specific standard time. Anyway, so the core program is a 3-month intensive Fix It Now. So that is 3 months. If your relationship is on the verge of divorce, or you're separated right now and you really want to see if you could fix your relationship, that is the perfect program for you. It's 3 months of in-depth, down and dirty. It's honestly only for people really to look at their own stuff and to look at their partner, try and see a different perspective. Some people who are willing to forgive and forget. You can't have a relation. Everybody makes mistakes, but to have a relationship where somebody makes a mistake and you never forgive them, that is the kiss of death, basically. Everybody makes mistakes, including yourself. You have to be able to release certain things. So this 3-month program will help you dig deep. Again, I only want it for people who are really seriously interested in looking at their own faults and their partner. This isn't my partner's doing everything wrong, because you're going to learn so much about yourself and your partner. You're going to gain respect for them. You're going to gain respect and confidence for yourself, which is awesome. So this program, you could take it any 3 ways. So I have a one-on-one coaching program where it's you and I or your partner. All of these programs, it's free for your partner. So you pay for one and you get 2 people in the program. But so I have one-on-one where we have 1 hour a week, just you and I, or you and your partner and I, and you get to go through the 3-month program. That's all included. And then I also have a monthly Reignite the Flame program. So the monthly Reignite the Flame program is much slower pace. So if you're struggling a little in your relationship, but you're not on the verge of divorce, that might be the perfect way, because it's little bite-sized pieces. So it's the same core concept, but it's not in such a compact, fast-paced program. So anyways, all the details are down here below the video. I really encourage you to check them out. One of the main reasons that I am a coach, a relationship coach, is because of all the kids out there. So obviously there's no better feeling than being in love. But when you're not in love and families split up, there's a huge casualty, and that's the kids. I was a kid at 10 years old. My parents split up. Actually, when my mom, they were going to get a divorce, and then they found out they're pregnant with me, so they stayed together for 10 more miserable years and then split up. So I'm one of 3 kids in my family that went through a divorce. And when I got married, I never expected to get married and then get divorced. But now I have 2 kids who are casualties of another broken marriage. So this is something that's really important. And the programs that I'm offering aren't super cheap, but the value of them are just amazing. For one, if you could rekindle that love and make that relationship so much better, you'll avoid divorce, you'll avoid child support, you'll avoid another family broken up, and you will also teach your kids some very valuable things about relationships. If you are in the situation where you can't fix your relationship, this program is going to teach you why lifelong lessons about why things didn't work out. But not only that, the things that you're going to learn are going to work with any relationship. It's any people that you deal with. They're all going to have love languages. They're all going to have the 6 human needs. They're all going to have these core things that I'm going to teach you in this program. Anyways, I really encourage you to check out the free downloads that I have for this video, and then check out the programs. Again, enrollment's open now, and it's going to be closing on October 31st. And the 3-month program is going to go from November 1st to January 31st. So it's right through the thick of all the family stuff, all the in-laws and everything. So you're going to have Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that kind of stuff, where I actually will be right there with you to help you navigate through. And anyways, I appreciate you taking the time and watching the video. And send me an email. I'll have contact information and everything. But I appreciate it, and I wish you the best of luck. And for sure, if nothing else, get the free download. All right. Talk to you later.